everybody, some would say I'm the reverse, and welcome to the Mandalorian Season 2 official trailer. This is long overdue. Fellow Star Wars fans, people who like the Mandalorian, you may know that this trailer has been long awaited for months and months. Season 2 comes back on Disney Plus on October 30th. And it's September 15th right now. So just over a month away, and we are just getting the trailer now. But the wait is finally over. Welcome to my reaction of it. I've suffered for months waiting for this trailer. I've been bamboozled by fan-made clickbait trailers. The leakers have said, it's going to be released in the halftime of the NBA Finals, or Thursday Night Football, or something like that, and they've all been wrong, but we're finally here. So without further ado, months of waiting are finally over. Let's get into it. Oops, there we go. Alright, let's turn this up. So we got this planet here, Laser Crest. So that doesn't look like any planets that we know. Maybe, I don't know. He's obviously flying to that, greenish planet.
Show me the one whose safety deemed such destruction. You must reunite it with its own kind.
Is that Navarro?
Where?
Oh!
This you must determine.
Going back to Tatooine.
The songs of eons past
Ooh, this looks cool.
tell of battles between Mandalore the Great and an order of sorcerers called Jedi.
Is that her?
You expect me to search the galaxy
Is that Ahsoka?
and deliver this creature to a race of enemy sorcerers?
Was that Ahsoka or not?
This is the way.
This is sick. Boats in Star Wars. I've seen a lot of those. Ooh, that looks awesome. Wow. Cool.
You know this is no place for a child. Wherever I go, he goes. So I've heard.
Oh my god. Oh, Baby Yoda. Child. More funny moments with him. Ooh. More badass moments. Wow. There's a lot in that trailer. But there's also not a lot. Alright. Oh, okay. So we got a Mike and Ike's ad here. Awesome. I love this ad. Wow. Interrupting my recording. Thank you. Alright. Okay, so there was a lot of stuff to digest in that, but they didn't show Ahsoka, they didn't show Boba Fett, they didn't show, Bo-Katan or Satine, or Sabine, excuse me, or did they? That hooded figure, who was that? It looked like Sasha Banks. Now, if you guys don't know who Sasha Banks is, she's a WWE wrestler who is rumored to appear in The Mandalorian Season 2 as Sabine. But I'm not sure because they portrayed her, the way they showed her was that the Armorer's monologue from Season 1 was over it. And right when she mentioned Jedi, we see Sasha Banks. So, is that Ahsoka and it's just edited to make it look like it's not her or something? I'm confused. Alright, so let's restart the trailer, go at, like a quarter speed. Alright, so we have this planet here. You can't really tell what it is. Probably a new planet. And then we have... Oops, that's faster than usual. Yeah, there we go. And then we have the Razor Crest, and it looks damaged. As you can see, the opening hatch, or the back hatch is open, and the engine is sputtering. So this might be like after a battle with the Empire, or with, I don't know, a bounty hunter of some sort, maybe one that just crawled out of a Sarlacc pit or something. I don't know. But I don't know if it's like post battle, or maybe Mando was flying through some rocky terrain and I don't know, maybe an asteroid field or something. But yeah, so his ship is damaged. I'm guessing maybe it's in a firefight with some TIE fighters. We have some cool music in the background. This shot is interesting. It's at nighttime. He looks like he's on a sandy planet. It kind of looks like Navarro, but it mostly looks like Tatooine, maybe.
Where?
And speaking of Tatooine, as you can see, there's a Tauntaun, or not a Tauntaun, a Bantha right there, and then a Tusken Raider on it. You can see the Razor Crest overhead. So yeah. What else do we got in this shot? It looks up at it. So it's cool to see them going back to Tatooine. We have an ice planet here. Is that Hoth? Is it Ilum? I don't know. And then we have this shot here. It's interesting. So they're in like this. It looks like it's some sort of port. Let's go back there. Yeah, it looks like it's some sort of port. There's nets everywhere, so maybe it's like a fishing area where they fish. We don't really see this kind of environment in Star Wars a lot, but it definitely looks like it's some sort of fisherman's village or a port of some sort. And obviously Mando is walking through it, and then the interesting thing is, presumably on this planet, he finds this woman, who is Sasha Banks. Obviously, if you guys have seen Sasha Banks, yeah, that's definitely her. That's not Rosario Dawson at all. That is Sasha Banks. But who is she playing? The way they frame the shot, the way that the people walk in front of her and she disappears, and the fact that the monologue above it is talking about Jedi, it seems that they're trying to imply that this is Ahsoka. But she doesn't have the face markings, and Sasha Banks was rumored to play Sabine Wren. Now, if Sasha Banks is playing Ahsoka Tano, why doesn't she have face markings? Well, I think the answer to that question is tricky editing. If any of you guys are Marvel fans, you may remember back to, say, Thor Ragnarok. Spoiler alert if you are a Marvel fan and you haven't seen Thor Ragnarok or Avengers Infinity War, and I'll explain that in a second. But in one of the trailers for Thor Ragnarok, there was a shot of Thor on the bridge, and he had two eyes. In the movie, the same shot, it's the exact same shot, except he only has one eye. So they edited it for the trailer, but, to give him another eye. And then another example, if you guys haven't seen Infinity War, click ahead in the video, spoiler alert. For Infinity War, they showed a shot of Thanos, and he had two of the Infinity Gems, or the stones. He only had two of them. And then I believe in the movie he had 3 or 4 of them, or maybe even like 5 or 6. I don't know, I can't remember. But it was the same shot, just altered. So is that what they're doing here? Is this shot really Ahsoka? Does she have the markings and everything? But for the trailer, they removed all of that to avoid suspicion, to create theories and everything. I have no idea, but as you can see, the way they frame the shot, people walk in front of her.
You expect me to search the galaxy and deliver this creature
And then,
to
bam,
a race of enemy
she
sorcerers?
disappears. Then we get the famous line, "This is the way."
This is the way.
Yep. And then streaming this October, this shot we have a new design for like a boat. And we haven't seen a lot of actual boats in Star Wars. We've seen, like in The Rise of Skywalker, the skimmer that goes over the water. And what else have we seen? We've seen X-Wings like fly over the water and stuff like that. I think the only time we've ever seen a legit boat, the only time that I can think of, is Anakin and Padme are riding in a boat very briefly in Attack of the Clones. The only reason I remember that is because, I was kind of, I've always kind of thought of that scene as really the only time we've ever seen a boat in Star Wars, a real kind of actual boat. No hovering over the water, it just floats, But this, it's like, it's an actual boat, and it looks very cool, and we see, let's go back a little bit, we see the Mandalorian and Baby Yoda on it, and we see somebody behind him, and we see somebody to the right. So I'm guessing this is the same planet as the fisherman's village, possibly the same planet as at the beginning of the trailer when he's flying towards that blue planet. He's flying over that what looks like a gas planet. So my guess is he goes there with his ship, which is damaged. He lands at the port. He encounters this mysterious figure. Maybe that's who he's looking for at the port. And then from the port, he takes the boat and goes looking for whatever he's looking for. Or another scenario is he lands on the planet, and from there, he takes the boat to the port, and he's looking for this Force wielder, this sorcerer, this Jedi, whoever that lady is. And that's who he's looking for, and that's why he came to that planet. Or, another option, he goes there, he goes to the port, he gets a boat, and he goes somewhere else, and this Sasha Banks, whatever character she's playing, is not actually at this port. She's at a different location, and Mando's taking this boat from the port to go find her. A lot of different possibilities, but basically what I can gather is that this is most likely the same planet as that port, and she is on the same planet, and he is most likely looking for her. And a loose one is obviously that shot at the beginning of the trailer that he is going to this planet. So, I don't know. And then the next shot we get is Baby Yoda, of course. And then this shot, this can have multiple, there can be multiple things going on here. First off, my first thought is that he's being escorted. Maybe he is looking for someone inside the Republic, a high-ranking officer or captain or something, and he is approaching some sort of New Republic ship. Maybe he's looking for Leia, or I don't know who else is working for the Republic. Maybe Captain Rex, who's rumored to appear. Maybe he's looking for Captain Rex, and he's flying towards one of their ships, and he's being escorted by these X-Wings. Maybe it's that. Or my other thought was that maybe he is taking part in a space battle with these X-Wings against the Imperial Remnant, led by Moff Gideon. Now, in a recent interview, Giancarlo Esposito, who plays Moff Gideon, he teased that Moff Gideon will be piloting a bigger vehicle. Now, my first thought when I heard that was AT-AT, but I've seen a lot of people on the internet speculate that Moff Gideon will have his own Star Destroyer. Now, with this trailer, with this shot here, I'm thinking that maybe Moff Gideon could be in charge of his Star Destroyer. He has his whole fleet of TIE fighters and such, and the Mandalorian with all of his X-Wing friends are now in a space battle with them. That's just what I'm thinking. And then we have this shot of them falling in. Now, are they fighting, or are they just flying? That's what I want. But yeah, let's go back. So yeah, we have that shot that we talked about. Here, where are they? Right off the bat, Cloud City. That's my first thought, obviously. But every planet in the Star Wars galaxy that is breathable for humans and every other species has an atmosphere. A lot of those atmospheres have clouds, and they look kind of like Earth's atmosphere. So it could be anything. My first thought was Bespin, but the question is, Are they following him? Are they, again, escorting him? Or are they shooting at him? Are they in a space battle with Mandalorian? Did the Mandalorian, did he have to do what's necessary to protect the child? Did he have to turn against the New Republic, and now he's paying for it, and now they're shooting him down? And maybe the shot at the beginning of the trailer with him with his busted Razor Crest, maybe it's because of these X-Wings. And then we get a speeder shot of what seems to be Tatooine. It is a desert planet. Maybe it's Arvala 7, but just the color of the sand and the rock formations, it definitely looks just like Tatooine. My guess is that it is. Now, I think that there will be two main storylines in Season 2. Everything with the Empire and Moff Gideon and the Darksaber, and he wants to get the child, and everything that got set up from Episode 5 of Season 1 with Cobb Vanth, who, if you don't know who that is, it's Timothy Oliphant's character, a rumored character. Basically, Cobb Vanth is in the Aftermath trilogy, and he is the one that wears Boba Fett's armor post-Return of the Jedi. So I think that everything with Tatooine could have to do with that storyline, but I don't know. And then we have... Oops, I couldn't pause it fast enough. We have this shot of Cara, who seems to be wearing the same clothes. I don't know if they're more colorful or something. But obviously Greef has changed into looks like more of a regal appearance. Looks like he's doing good. But what planet is that? I think that's Navarro. It looks like Navarro. It has the big arch, and obviously not Moff Gideon, Greef Karga, he operates out of Navarro. So I'm thinking that it could be that. But it does kind of look like Tatooine as well. And then we have this shot of 2 TIE fighters, or 3 TIE fighters, but I believe only 2 of them take off. Or I believe 4, actually. There's one in the very back. But yeah, so last season we got the first glance of a TIE fighter landing, and now all of them are like that. It's very cool. But yeah, very cool shot. We have these stormtroopers that are running right here. They're running through an Imperial facility, obviously. My guess is that, if you guys haven't seen the Entertainment Weekly photos, basically there was a photo of Cara, Greef, and the Mandalorian himself. They were all in what looked exactly like an Imperial facility, and they had their guns out and everything, but there was no Baby Yoda with them. My theory is that this shot is from that sequence. My theory is that Moff Gideon somehow captured the child. And we know that Moff Gideon and the child will be having some one-on-one time. I think Giancarlo Esposito confirmed that. My guess is that he kidnapped the child. The shot of Cara, Greef, and Mando from the Entertainment Weekly photos is them breaking into the Imperial facility, looking to rescue the child. And they're shooting their way in. They're shooting a bunch of stormtroopers and killing everybody looking for the child. And these stormtroopers are responding to that. They're going to take care of the situation. And then we have this shot of these scout troopers, like, basically just flying off this, what looks like a landing platform. Maybe this is the same, maybe this is the same shot, the same sequence. Maybe, I don't know, maybe the Mandalorian is escaping with Baby Yoda. Maybe he broke in to rescue Baby Yoda from Moff Gideon. He shot his way through with Cara and Greef. Those stormtroopers were running. They got killed. He swooped up Baby Yoda, and now he's running with him, and now these scout troopers are chasing him. But yeah, very cool shot right there. And then we have Mandalorian. We have a very quick shot. Try to pause it.
This is no place.
Right there. As you can see, he is he's swimming up through water. Now, my initial guess is that he's breaking into somewhere. Maybe he's going through, like, the under tunnels, and they're filled with water. Or he just got thrown into an Imperial cage filled with water or something, and they locked the gate on him or something. I have no idea. That's just my initial guess. But it's most likely he's breaking through something. He looks like he's breaking up. He's going to lift the grate up and come out through the floor or something. I don't know.
For a child.
And then we have this awesome shot of him with the jetpack.
Wherever I
Let's
go,
go back
he
to
goes.
that. There he goes overhead. So I have no idea what this is from, but it's awesome looking. And then we have this shot of something going on. There's a guy hanging from his feet. There's a shot that goes off. I believe that's like a street lamp. There, as you can see, let's go back to the beginning of the trailer. This shot here, right here, you can see these street lamps everywhere. So my guess is that that is a street lamp, like bursting or getting shot by somebody. I don't know. It looks exactly like it. And then we have these ice caves. Hoth, Ilum, Ordo Plutonia, something. Some snow planet. Maybe it's new. Maybe it's Baldo Christ, which is the planet from the beginning of The Mandalorian, the very first scene of the show, where the Ravenax came out and tried biting the Razor Crest and everything. Maybe it's that planet, and I'm kind of thinking that it probably will be, because if you, let's go back earlier, this shot here, you can see the cracks. It's kind of like just a snow field, and then there's cracks. That's basically what Maldo Christ was. It was just a field, and then the cracks happened because of the Ravenax. So that's what I'm thinking that is. And then we have this shot of Mando, go back, his ship, like, plummeting. My guess is that this is the planet from the very beginning of the trailer when his ship is damaged. And he's flying through. And then we have this Gamorrean, like, fight. We've seen these Gamorreans before. We saw them on Jon Favreau's Twitter account. He released, like, an image of it when he announced that Mando Season 2 would come back in the fall. So we had this cool fight here with this alien that's talking to Mando. Very cool. And then everyone points their guns at him. This is funny. So he brings out his whistling birds, and Baby Yoda closes his little pin. And then we hear the little whistling bird sounds. And, yeah. And then we see he throws a knife into this guy's heart and kills those guys.
This is the way.
Then we have The Mandalorian. Season 2, it doesn't say Season 2, but what was on the side there? It looked like there was something on the side of the text. Just like dust. Seems it's just dust. And the new season streaming October 30th, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah. We had some very interesting things here. We got some new planets. We got a snow planet. We got go back to Tatooine. We have that water planet with the port. And yeah, I'm interested to see what all this is. We had the mysterious disappearing figure played by Sasha Banks. Is it Ahsoka? Is it Sabine and she's learned some new tricks? I have no idea. But yeah, tell me in the comments what you thought of the trailer. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I will be reviewing each and every episode of The Mandalorian Season 2. So stay tuned for that. So yeah, see ya.